Oh my gosh, it's so hot outside. I don't even want to go out. Why don't we stay in and quilt in the air conditioning?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Would you join us?
Hi, it's Fran Morgan.
And Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe.
What better time to quilt than in the hot summer months? And we've got some great quilts, so let's leap into the first one. Our very first quilt here is Stepping Up, and we've got some great fabric for this easy quilt that we've put together, and you can see what great movement it has. Let's look at that fabric.
I love this one.
Oh my goodness, and this is definitely summertime blues, citruses and greens, and just wonderful, and it is gonna look great in the Stepping Up pattern. So our focus fabric is this beautiful, big, bold print that is a batik, and that print is going to go here where this square is here, and then our number 2 is going to go in the second square, which is great because this number 2 fabric is kind of like a replica of the number 1, just in a different colorway, so it's going to look great as a double focus here. And then our number 3 fabric is this fun green that of course picks up the green in the yellow as well as the green in the blue. And that is going to be our little sashing step here. So this is going to look so fun and so gorgeous. And
makes me want a glass of limeade.
oh, ooh, it does. Ooh, yummy, that sounds great. That's a perfect thing for summer. So this, and it'll probably feel like that as you're working with these fabrics, that you're just fresh of breath of fresh air. I said that backwards, didn't I? So the kit number on this one is 8022271. It is Bermuda Batiks, and the pattern is Stepping Up.
All right, well the next one that we have for you is another easy one that you can put together in the summer, Picture Perfect. And Picture Perfect has the bordered block here and then the solid block of your focus. And let's look and see what we have for this quilt.
Oh, this is so sweet. I love this.
Oh man, look at these mermaids. They're so sweet. You're right. And this would be the perfect quilt. You know, one fun thing to do in the summertime is to spend your time making the tops.
Oh.
Yeah, and then in the winter time, you sit in your chair and cover up with the quilt after it's quilted.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like a pre-winter activity.
Well, there you go, yeah. So this is the mermaid, and she's going to go in this number 1 spot.
So cute.
And I like this. This is your underwater vegetation, and that is so sweet, and it just perfectly matches the mermaids. And this is going to go in your number 2 spot. So can't you see these two in this?
Yes,
Gorgeous.
I really can. It's almost like the mermaids are swimming through the seaweed.
Yeah. And then here is your border fabric for this particular one, or your sashing around this block. And so this is going to be gorgeous.
It's great.
And here it is, that wonderful kind of a cantaloupe color.
Yes.
That is so popular right now.
Popular.
So this one is Mermaid Magic 8022274. Picture Perfect, and that's from the book Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts.
So fun. So our next summertime quilt we have for you is Sweet Times. And this is a good one because you could whip out a few of these quilt tops in no time, because look at this nice big block here bordered with our 2 and 3 fabrics. It's going to go together in a jiffy, and we got some really special fabric for summer for you. Is this not so fun? I just talk about summer and picnics and all those great things that come at that time of year. And you know, that's interesting. I think I always have used quilts as a picnic blanket because they're the perfect picnic blanket.
They are.
And this would be a great one because they're a little bit padded and they kind of protect against the sticks and stones on the ground.
Or just the stuff that's on the picnic table at the park.
That's true. And they're very washable, which is great. So our number 1 fabric here is this great kind of 4th of July picnic fabric, and that will go in your big square here. And then our fun number 2 is the blue polka dot. It will border every other block here and on the quilt border. And then our number 3 is the red, which is so much fun. And it will be another border for the opposite block and on the border of the quilt. And I just love how the red and the blues coordinate so perfectly. So our kit number on this one, 8022273. It is called July Cookout. It is the Sweet Times pattern from the Easy Peasy book, or it is also available as an individual.
Do you know what else happens in July? We get to celebrate the birthday of the United States.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes.
And if you like patriotic fabrics, be sure to join us next week because we have a whole show on patriotics.
We do, and they are gorgeous.
All right, so this one is Boomerang, and Boomerang, I mean, can't you see it? Summertime, let's get out there and throw a few boomerangs. This one was inspired by those real colorful boomerangs I saw, and I will say hello to all of our Australian customers that are watching today. And this is a boomerang block. I was designing this, and when I designed it, I thought, "Ah, that looks like a boomerang." And so I put that one together, and this is the fabrics that we've chosen for this quilt.
it.
Now they're slightly different, but they're still from the same line, which is a line that I did called Enchanted Garden.
It's lovely.
I like it.
I do too.
And of course, it has to have some green in it because I do love green. So this is going to be our number 1 fabric, and the number 1 fabric goes right here. And then your number 2 is going to be your background, and your number 3 is the darkest of the 2. So when you're making a 3-yard quilt, it's super easy to pick out your fabric. You pick out a focus, a light, and a dark, and then the dark is going to go here and here.
Perfect.
So that'll be really pretty. Very similar look when you're finished. It's 8022272 for the kit, Floral Celebration, and Boomerang is your pattern, and that's only available as an individual. It is not available in a book.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. So our next quilt is Overnight Sensation, and this is cool because it is a big 4-patch, and I just love this. It's bordered with a nice wide sashing here. Goes together super fast. Great for summertime. Let's look at the fabric. Now, what could be a better summer pastime than a little ice cream? Because actually, it's kind of a wintertime and a fall time and a springtime.
Yeah, I think we're just slightly ice cream fans.
I think so. So this is so cute. So our number 1 fabric has all these ice cream cones, and it even has a triple scoop. And I remember being a little girl and just begging, please let me have a big triple scoop.
But it always melted before you finished eating it.
But it was just the thought of the thing. So
How about 2 double scoops next time?
Okay, so this being our focus fabric, we'll go here in one of the big 4-patch blocks. And then our border is this fun star, which picks up all these great colors in the little sprinkles in the background of the focused fabric. And that will be our border here, our sashing around the blocks. And then again, another ice cream fabric. So fun. The blue will be the opposite block of our 4-patch. Also a little bit on the border out here.
It's going to
Just
make Overnight
great.
Sensation a very yummy quilt.
Yes, and you're probably going to need to get that ice cream ready if you're going to make this quilt. So our quilt information on this one, the number is 8022275. It is called Ice Cream Social. It is the Overnight Sensation pattern from the Easy Does It book, and we are suggesting the alternate pattern of Dash. And after looking at all this ice cream, I want to know what your favorite summertime activity is.
Ooh, well, I do like to eat ice cream, but I like to eat it at the beach.
Oh, the beach is fabulous. That's one of my favorites too. What is your favorite? Why don't you leave us a comment and let us know? So many great things happening in summer.
Absolutely. Okay, the next one we're going to show you is Brick Street. And Brick Street is a fun one that goes together in a hurry, and it has 2 different blocks. They're made with the same fabric, it's just one of them is turned. So let's put this one up here on the table, and voila, a little beachy
Cute as
fabric.
this.
Yeah.
This is the beach, and that's your favorite activity.
Kind of worked out that way, didn't it?
It did. I love it.
Yeah, I really like this. And the beach is one of my favorite times. Would you mind handing me the cropper? Because I
course.
want to share this one with them and talk a little bit about directional fabric.
Okay.
So when you have a directional fabric and you use one of our 3-yard quilts, we design them so that the best place to put a directional fabric is in the number 1 spot.
That's right.
And the reason is because we write it so that it will go the correct way. If for some reason we have a pattern that it doesn't work as well with, we usually make a recommendation to use a tossed fabric rather than a directional fabric. So in this particular case, you are going to make a really super simple block, And the block looks like this. Here and here. So it's a strip-pieced block. You've got long pieces, and then you've got those sewn together, and then you cut the block just like that. If you put your number 1 fabric in this position, it will be going the right way. Now this one does happen to be a tossed fabric, but we wanted you to see that because you make the exact same block here, it's just that it gets turned. So it is absolutely the exact same strip-pieced block with the number 2 fabric, and then it just gets turned. So if you had a directional fabric in this, it would be going this way.
Okay, so and this is 2 and then this is 3. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Did I say that wrong? Sorry. The number 3 fabric, yes. She'll keep me straight. So it's very important that you do pay attention to the directional fabric if it's important to you.
Oh, that's a great tip.
Yeah. Okay, so we do have a directional fabric here, and we are going to place that in the number 1 spot. The number 2 position is going to be your background, and number 2 is usually your background that falls to the background so that the other colors pop on the surface of the quilt.
Okay.
And in this case, we have our number 3 fabric. It's the darkest of the 3, and it's going to go in this position. And as you can see, it's a tossed fabric, so it doesn't matter which way you look at it. It's going to be going the right way in this block.
Right, it works perfectly. That's excellent.
So this one is 8022276, C Escape, and Brick Street is the pattern, and it's from the book Fast and Fun.
Very fun, very fast. Our next quilt is Pretty Please, and this is just kind of a fun quilt to do. It's got a little bit smaller block here, but still good for some bigger prints, and then a little square and a square here that is great because it really showcases that number 3 and gives it your little pop of color that you need. Let's check out that fabric. So we've got some fun fruit, and of course in the summertime, that's what we are enjoying so much of, are all the berries, the fresh berries and melons, and oh, yummy. So that's what this makes me think of.
Yeah, half of my grocery budget is on berries and peaches and plums.
Rightly so. You eat so healthy.
I love berries.
So this is our focus fabric, and it's the perfect size print to go in our number 1 square here and really show off all these yummy fruits. And then our number 2, this nice golden yellow, that is going to go on the border of our alternate block here and here. And then our number 3 fabric is this fun green, and you know this kind of looks like a little basket for all of our fruit.
Oh, cool.
It goes right here in the center and on the border. So I think they just coordinate so well. I think this is just going to be a fresh, fun quilt and will look great on your summertime decor. Our number here is 8022277. It is called Farmer's Market. The quilt is Pretty Please.
I love it. I love it. And this one is going to be so quick. It is one of our easy patterns, and it just keeps falling into the number 1 position of our sales also, because everyone loves this. If you're an experienced quilter, it goes together fast. It has a big block here, and then it has a 4-patch here that is strip-pieced. So it's great for a beginner. It's great for an experienced quilter as well. So with this one, we have this beautiful blue and yellow. Something about blue and yellow is it just says summertime.
It does.
Must be why I've got my deck decorated in blue and yellow.
You do. And this would be a great deck quilt.
Oh, it would, because you know there were still some pretty crisp mornings, maybe a month ago, 6 weeks ago, and I took the quilt down there and cuddled up under it while I had my morning coffee.
Well, while it's hot as blazes, you can make the top.
Well, that's right. And I will dream about sitting next fall on the top. Yes. Okay, so this one's going to have your beautiful floral. It'll be in this number 1 spot. And then you've got your 2 remaining fabrics. And this is just so cool. They're kind of pixelated. And it kind of reminds me of the artist, well, I forgot his name. The one that did the pin.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either.
Monet?
We should know this.
Monet. I believe it's Monet. If you know who it is, you go ahead and put it in the comments section. We become educated by your help. But the pixelated And then the watercolors, I love that.
So pretty.
I know you do get a free pattern with each one. And Fran mentioned, and I think we had one earlier, that both of them were individual patterns, not available in a book. But the cool thing is that 3 1-yard cuts of fabric will make any one of our patterns. So if you choose that book when you buy 3 kits, then you can make any one of those. The number is 8022043, Summer Blooms. So quick is the pattern, and the quilt is the book is Quilt Favorites.
Perfect. Well, this was so much fun, and it is very inspiring to start sewing and staying in the cool. I really do prefer that, actually.
And my cats do too. They come to the door and go, "Oh, let me in, I'm wilting."
So we really appreciate it, and don't forget, we have a fantastic summertime video coming up showing some patriotic things, so don't forget to check that out. And be sure to subscribe, ring the bell so you can get notification of that patriotic video, and share with your friends.
It's Donna Robertson.
And Fran Morgan, thanks for joining us.